Okay, this is I've been asked by hundreds of my fans and people that what you really should do as an author is put a video together, put it on YouTube or Facebook, and okay, maybe not hundreds, maybe three, and one wasn't my mom, so that counts. So, anyways, I thought since it's in the middle of the winter in Chilliwack and one of the coldest winters we've ever had with the most snowfall we've ever had, it's somewhere around 3 degrees. Can't cut the grass yet. So I'm rather bored, and I thought, well, okay, let's put together my first video about writing my book, and I'll explain that in a second. And I thought, well, as long as I don't get any passing raccoons through here or geese flying over and pooing on me, I'll be okay. So, without further ado, this is my first shot at this, so we'll see how this goes, and if you like it, I'll do some more. If you don't like it, I'll still do some more. Anyway, so this is all about as an author writing, but this is my one of my first books published. It's part of a series, a 3-part series. Anyways, the book is based on a true oral legend that the Haida, the natives up the west coast, have of the golden spruce tree. So, for most of you, probably don't know, about 30 years ago, that golden spruce tree was cut down in protest of logging by a white guy, believe it or not. So, the natives believe that inside that tree, the leaves have turned gold in sorrow for prince trapped inside. In reality, they did find this guy's kayak later. Never found the dude, so don't know what happened to him. Probably wasn't good. After that, this basically is all about, based on that. Book opens with the tree getting cut down. They release the prince, who during the course of the book is evolving into an earth spirit, and I might read you some of those scenes later. But right now, how the prince got trapped in there is Raven. That's their main creator god of the natives. He's waken up. He's looked around the world the way it is today. Doesn't like it one bit. And here's a scene of him waking up and kind of discovering what's happened in the 200 to 300 years he's been asleep inside this tree. It was the silence, the great emptiness sucked free of all spirits. The trees around him, and he could hear the insects. But where are the voices of the skiskanahana, the small birds, or the animals like to sing, the beaver, and Tan, the blackbird? Voices that were a part of the forest, like the fish, were a part of the sea. Only the sheer noise in it broke his concentration. He stopped, sniffed the air again. The irritation in the background made it hard for him to concentrate. But something was definitely out of place. He noted it before when he first escaped from the golden spruce tree. But this time he'd been occupied with trying to ensure his victory over the prince. It was just this annoying growling that persisted. And that too was only sound. No spirit voices to accompany it. Raven lifted upward. Maybe the buzzing had something to do with his uneasy void. He'd look into the noise. Perhaps it would lead to food. Raven always wanted food. Clearing the skirted trees, he stopped, beating his wings, and fell earthward, his heart in his throat. He caught himself at the last possible moment, digging his talons into the bark of the topmost perch on his mighty cedar. The sly trickster stared in horror at the vision before him. How long had he slept since the prince had first trapped him in the golden spruce tree? And how long had he slept since he delivered the pale man in a strange-looking canoe to the sea spirits? What he saw was devastation. Total devastation everywhere. Man, it's cold out here. The wind's stirring up, and I'm telling you, I'm starting to shiver my teeth. So, if you hear any, that's me. Back to the book. The golden spruce tree stood in a small green reserve of forest, beyond which lay nothing but stumps where giants once towered. An alien, more acrid stench, like the volcano's sulfuric breath, came drifting with the hornet buds from somewhere over the other side of the denuded hills. Death, in its many voices, whispering its cold-hearted message on the heavy wind of desolation. Everything Raven held sacred was gone. Heart pounding madly, he flew down to one of the stumps that he saw. He closed his eyes and prayed to Full Moon and Wanganawa, the spirit of the woodmaker, and he prayed to himself, the creator. This can't be real. The slopes before him formed an unending sea of red soil bleeding down to the ocean. The few remaining trees cried over it. Raven choked, as he sometimes did when picking through offered food at abundant feasts. Not even Raven could have conceived of something this devious, this cruel. He looked around him again. Where was the landdaughter, Skudga, or Jigga, Brother Hawk, or Cat, the gentle deer? None of them could live here, and there was nothing here to support them. Raven sailed down from his perch and walked around the circumference of the stump, circling the sharp edge. The acrid signature of metal remained attached to the bark. Metal and fetid volcano's breath clung to the remains like barnacles to a rock. Endless droning, turned his head again. Raven spread his wings and flew in search of the source of this annoyance. Deafening echoes intensified until the very air vibrated. Over the last hill he found the cause, and settled close to the men and the beasts cutting away at the trees. The cedar crashed to the ground, shaking the earth. Several men gathered around it like wolves at the collapse of a stricken elk. In their hands, the containers of angry hornets rose in unity in insatiable hunger, hewing the wood with swirling and sharp razor teeth like those of tongue killer whale. Yes, much had changed since Raven had last walked the earth. Not only did he feel the terror of what he was seeing, he also shared the exhilaration, the power behind those little hornet bosses. Stripped of its limbs, the trunk lay bare in seconds. The sweet scent of wounded cedar dissipated as the workers quickly moved on to the next tree. Minutes later, they did with those savage hornet boxes what braves would have taken weeks and days to accomplish. Raven stared at the pale flesh under the sweat and grime. None bore the dusky hues of the people he had released from the clamshell. These looked more like the ones that came on the mighty winged boats, the Boston and the King George men. Ones who had come to trade with the Haida, just when the Raven had become trapped in the Golden Spruce Tree with the prince. Raven hated what he saw. Tears streaked his face. He would go to the nearest villages and find food, and answers. So that's the scene from the book. I'll read you more on my next reading. And I promised a writing tip. Oh, silly me. So, if writing tip, probably my best answer is, well, write. Establish a pattern. If morning works for you or evening works for you, a set pattern. For me, morning works best because I get up, I'm all alone, and I come out and do crazy things like this. They say that the first hour when you wake up and the last hour before you go to bed is the best time for writing ideas and writing, because that's when your mind's slipping into and out of alpha state, that state when you're sleeping and dreaming. Great for imagination. So that's my great writing tip for the day. And I was always told, leave everybody with a cheesy grin. And there you go. Wow, I gotta get out of here. It's so cold. I think my knackers are gonna shrivel up my throat. Anyways, and I gotta go take off. Man, that was the craziest thing I've ever done. Who would have thought of doing that in the middle of the winter? Well, where's the damn off button? I'm shaking so hard here I can't find it. Oh, what else? That's it.